Once again, welcome to social science class. In this class, we are going to see the last chapter of history. That's a building, talking about painting, talking about books. I request you, please make a note of all the points which we are discussing here now. Welcome to history class. Chapter number 11, we will see buildings, paintings and books. In this following topic, we are going to see the 3 points. First, we will see about the iron pillar. Second, how were stupas and temples built, we will see. And last, we will see about painting. So, I request you, please make a note of the important point from this chapter. First, at the starting of this chapter, we are having this story of a boy, right? So this story we are reflecting here. So Marustami and the iron pillar. Marustami was so excited his brother has propelled his wheelchair along the dusty stony path, past the towering Qutub Minar and up the metal ramp. It had been tough, but now he was here, in front of the famous iron pillar. It was an unforgettable experience. By seeing that the boy is not able to walk properly, right? With the supportive things, wheelchair is moving up to the famous monument, right? And that was the unforgettable moment for him. So the iron pillar, first we are going to have the discussion on that iron pillar. The photograph is placed here, iron pillar. Next, iron pillar. The iron pillar at Mehrauli, Delhi is remarkable example of the skill of Indian craft person. It is made of iron, 7.2 meter high. This is the photograph, 7.2 meter high and weight about 3 ton. The weight of this iron pillar is 3 ton. And it was made about 1500 years ago. We know that the date because there is an inscription on the pillar mentioning a ruler named Chandra, who probably belonged to the Gupta dynasty. Chapter number 10. What is amazing, the fact the pillar has not rusted in all these years. So iron, you are knowing about that if iron is going to expose to the water and the air, so what is going to happen? Soon is going to be have a rusting on that iron pillar. But this pillar haven't rusted yet now. So see how beautifully and clearly and carefully they are designed it. Please see it carefully. The iron pillar. Next, we are going to see about buildings in bricks and stone. So building in brick and stone. The skill of our craft person are also apparent in the building that have survived, such as stupa. The word stupa means mount. As we are knowing about while this stupa we are talking, they are of many kind. But before that, the stupa means mount. Remember this, at the last of this chapter we are going to have the match the following. So stupa means mount. So kinds of stupa, round, tall, big, small, these have certain common features. Generally, there is a small block placed at the center or a heart of the stupa. In that, what is there? So in that, such as the bodily remains such as teeth, bones or ashes of the Buddha or his follower or the thing they use, as well as the precious stones and coins they used to keep at the center of the stupa. So here is the example of the stupa, right? You can see in the textbook this stupa, right? Next, this box known as the box cascade was covered with the earth. Later a layer of mud brick and the baked brick was added on the top, and then the dome-like structure was sometimes covered with a carved stone slab. Often a path which is also known as Pradakshina path. Pradakshina means to be the stupa and the way will be there around to move around it. That's called as Pradakshina path. Was laid round the stupa. This was surrounded with railing entrance to the path along with the gateway. Devotees walk around the stupa in a clockwise direction as a mark of devotion. Already the Hindu peoples are doing that, so few of you are knowing about that. Both railings and gateways were often decorated with different sculpture, as you are seeing in this photograph, the sculpture of Sanchi Stupa, right, which is situated in Madhya Pradesh, Vidisha. Next, find Amravati on map number 7. You have to go to page number 105. Find out Amravati over there and see. This was the place where a magnificent stupa once existed. Many of the stone carving of decorating stupas were made around 2000 years ago. Other buildings were hollowed out of the rock to make artificial caves. Sometimes these were elaborated, decorated with sculptures and painted walls. Some of the earliest Hindu temples were also built at this temple. Deities such as Vishnu, Shiva, Goddess Durga were worshipped these scenes. The most important part of the temple was the room as a Garbhagriha. Garbhagriha means to be the place where the main image of the chief deity is placed. Next, it was here the priests performed the religious rituals and devotee offers worship to the deity. Often as the Bitagam, a tower known as the Shikra, was built on the top of the Garbhagriha to mark this as a sacred place. Building Shikras required careful planning most of the temple. You are knowing about Shikra. At all the Hindu temples, at the top there is a Shikra type structure is there. That is known as Shikra. Where the main deity's image is there, that is known as Garbhagriha. And the place where he is standing and offering the prayer and doing bhajans and all, that is known as Mandapa. Where the peoples are assembling for their different rituals. Temple also known as the space, which is also known as Mandapa. It was a hall where the people could assemble and do different rituals. Next, you have to find out the Mahabalipuram and Airport on the map number 7 on page number 105, which is given. And some of the finest stone temples were built in these towns. Some of these are shown here. So in the textbook, you can see the different temples which are shown here. So you can see here temples at the top, the Shikra, this Shikra, right? Next, moving further. How were the stupas and temples built? There were several stages in building a stupa or a temple, usually kings. Queens decided to build these as an expensive affair. First, good quality of stone they used to search. After that, transportation and the slicing them, and after that they used to produce a very fine materials to construct the stupa as well as the temple. Here these rough blocks of the stone had to shape, carved into the pillars and panel of walls, floors and ceiling. And then they are used in a right position to make stupas and temples. Kings and queens probably spend monies for their treasury. They are having the treasure. From their treasure they used to give plenty of money to construct these things. Besides, when the devotees came to visit the temples, the stupa often brought the gift, which was used to decorate the building. For example, an associate workers paid for one of the beautiful gateway of Sanchi. As already we had seen the Sanchi Stupa, right, is situated in Madhya Pradesh. Among the others who paid for the decoration were merchants, farmers, garland maker, perfumers, smith, and hundreds of men and women who are known only by the near names which were inscribed on the pillar, railing, and wall. So when you get a chance to visit any of these places, children, please make a note of this line. Remember how several hundreds of people probably work to construct and decorate them. Next, painting, the last topic in this presentation, from Ajanta on the map number 7, again on the page number 105. This is a place where the several caves were hollowed out of the hills over the century. That is situated in Maharashtra, Aurangabad. Most of these were monasteries for Buddhist monks and some of them were decorated with the painting. Here are some of the examples such as caves are dark inside and most of the painting were done in the light of the torch. The colors which were built after even 1500 years ago were made of plants and minerals. If you will get a chance to visit that place, you go and visit, then you are going to understand about how beautiful paintings of that time also still existing now also. The artists who created this splendid work of art and remain unknown. So this is the one image of that painting. In the textbook also it is given there, right? In the textbook also it is there here. Painting from Ajanta, describe what you see in this painting. Please see these two paintings. Okay, so today we are stopping here only. I request you all, please read this chapter very well. This is very important chapter and last chapter from the history section. Thanking to each and everyone. Jai Hind.